Hey, what's up guys, Nietzsche here. Welcome to my video. Today, I'm gonna show you how to create this. The lollipop will dig into the particles and stick out a few using Cinema 4D new particle system. Let's jump right into it. Here, I've already modeled the bowl and the lollipop object. Now we need to fill the bowl with particles. Let's create a mesh emitter that emits from the inside of the bowl. Press UL to select the loop just below the lip of the bowl and press UF while holding Shift to select the whole inner part. Press UP to separate it from the bowl. Hide the bowl object for a second. We will use this object to emit the particles. Rename it, I'll call it in bowl. With it selected, create a mesh emitter. Rename the emitter and the particle group. In the emission tab of the mesh emitter, change the mode to volume. Decrease the voxel size. I'll start with 1 centimeter. Change the emission mode to shot and count to 60,000. In the properties, change the velocity speed to 0. Check the animation. Now the bowl is filled with particles. And I've already keyframed the position of the lollipop. We want the lollipop to collide with the particles in the bowl. So let's add a collider tag to the lollipop object. Add a collide modifier and move it inside the particle group. Play the animation. We can see that the particles are hit by the lollipop and fly away. Let's add a stick modifier and put it under the collide modifier in the group. Check the animation again. Now we can see that some particles were stuck to the lollipop after the colliding. That's the effect I wanted. But if we pull a candy out of some stuff like powder or granules, not every particle will stick to the candy. Some will fall off, right? I thought I could use the reproduce emitter to reproduce some particles driven by the collision. Add a new particle group and drag it down and rename it to particle group dipping. Add a reproduce emitter to it. Select the collide modifier. In the collide tag, drag the dipping group into the target group area. Play the animation. Now we can see some red particles created after collision. Add a color mapper inside the dipping group and change the color to red so that we can clearly see which particles are colliding and reproduce new particles. Now the particles which stuck to the lollipop are all red. This means that these particles are reproducing particles after colliding. In the reproduce properties, change the velocity direction to axis and the orientation to -y. Play the animation. Now the particles fall down along the y-axis, but we can see them falling down through the bowl. Here's a quick way to fix this. Drag the reproduce group down and rename it. Then add a destructor to the reproduce group. And move the destructor down, which will kill all the reproduced particles in that box area. Play the animation. Yeah, that's it. But they keep reproducing new particles. I only need a few drops right after dipping in the sugar. We can use a condition to solve this. Add a condition object and put it in the dipping group. Drag the reproduce emitter inside the condition. Select the condition. Set the comparison to less than or equals, and set the value to 40. This action means that the reproduce condition will only last till frame 40. Yeah, that's what I wanted. To make it more natural, add some spread degree to the velocity. Check the animation again. Yeah, I think it's better. As I always say, you can tweak all these parameters to get better results. So that's all for today's tutorial. If it helps, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll keep creating more contents. See you in the next video.